to this international cross-border meeting.
Some of the advantages by a flexicurity model is that you allow the companies to hire and fire on a very easy level, which means that we don't tie the people up to the companies. We give them the flexicurity to say goodbye to people in short terms, and we give them the possibility to see that the change of the employees can be done faster if we suddenly has a crisis. We have encouraged the women in Denmark to not only go into the labor market, but also to have a focus on going for middle manager or even at the top level. We allow our employees to think what is it that our customer wants. But we have had for many years the first focus on the employees instead of the customers. If you give people responsibility, they make themselves in a position where they said, wow, I'm pleased. The more responsibility we can see we give people, the less they're ill. If you give people more time, not only for the work, but also more time for their spare time, together with the family, you'll probably, and you will see people who are more involved in the job when they are on the job. They produce more at the time when they are at work. We in the company really have to work hard to keep the people in our organization and try to find out what can we do to keep you and your knowledge in our organization. If you were employed in a Danish company, we want your knowledge to stay in the company even if you're leaving us. So we are doing quite a lot of work trying to keep the knowledge in the organization by doing mentoring systems, by doing on-the-job training systems, which means that elderly people should actually see to that their knowledge is given to the others in the organization.
Now talk about my own experience, the big difference I see, one of the differences, when I talk about, and one of the reasons that I think Scandinavian countries do very well, is this what you say, extreme focus on employment. And I think what the Scandinavians are better at is to make sure that the money is going to the right people. The borderline between social security and what we would call welfare is actually much more vague, you would call it. People go faster in welfare, so make sure that the money is going to the people that need it and not structurally unemployment. We try to be much more flexible in the way we organize a company. My boss hates job descriptions, I hate it. When you work in a Swedish company, you need to learn to work with fluidity, with responsibilities. You need to do multitasking, you work in projects. I'm a head of HR, I'm site manager for Sweden, Denmark, I'm head of health and safety, risk management, all those kinds of things. So we like to organize our work in a very, very flexible way so that people can adapt constantly to new situations. Which makes it often difficult for people, because people that need this narrow, clear, they don't fit in a Scandinavian person. You need people that are proactive, that want to take responsibility, and can deal with a lot of fluidity and uncertainty. And it's very difficult how to explain, how do you steer companies through values, but it's very genuine. It's very much walking the talk. It's about the way you behave as manager, more what you say, not more what you do than what you say. I mean, people follow the hips, they don't follow the lips. I see too many HR processes and systems falling into, let's say, white-collar tailorism, putting people in boxes, policies for everything, taking away completely the empowerment and the freedom to decide for managers and individuals.
When I'm traveling, we explain this, and everyone has to know that you're responsible for your own development. Now, sometimes you're visiting an organization, you're meeting people, and they say, yeah, I'm waiting for 7 years for my next job. And it's such a pity, because it's not our value. You can wait for ages. And if you don't stand up, if you don't see any opportunities, you will stand there and wait. So I sometimes try to explain this, and recently I'm using this example of the football playground. I mean, Atlas Copco will determine or define the boundaries of the playground. But then it's up to you to play the game. And if a football player is standing on the field and saying, "Can I get the ball?" you know what happens? You will never get it. But if he plays together and he's on the right place on the right spot, and he get the ball to score. And that's a little bit about career development. I mean, it's up to you. You have to see opportunities. You have to take initiatives, play together with the team. As we're equal, we will not accept that you will not play together. There's a very strong social control. You will not be accepted in the team.
When we look at flexicurity and the way that human resources work in Sweden, Denmark or Norway, is that HR is challenged by the people who actually is going in for a job in the company. That means that we really have to create jobs that suit into the people and the people's skills and the knowledge they have. Because in the Scandinavian countries, there's a possibility that if you lose your job, or if you don't find your job interest, that you fast can move to another job. And when you are in between two jobs, the flexicurity model take care about that you also have money in this period. So the challenge for HR is to create jobs. They are so interested that people actually want to have these jobs. So we really have to find out how we put these jobs together so it suits to the persons that we employ, that we share the knowledge and we develop you in the direction that you would like to go, but of course it should be in line of the direction that the company also goes. But if you can fit these two things together, you will see that it worked very good for the company. Branding inside and external really means a lot to see if we can get the right people to the organization with the right knowledge, with the right skills.